Hello, everyone. Namaste. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm a couple minutes late. I'm accountable for that. But here I am. Here we are in this moment of now. Um, I wanted to talk to you about a few things this week. One of them, I don't know if you guys have seen the example of the 100 red ants, 100 black ants in a jar being peaceful with one another, and the shaking of the jar. All of a sudden, uh, the black ants are against the red ants, and the red ants see the black ants as an enemy, and they start fighting and killing each other, all because of circumstances that they couldn't understand, and assuming that the other is the enemy. And I feel like this is a great analogy. I haven't seen this experiment actually happen in place or in front of me, and I would like to see that example just because I think it showcases what's really going on. And I don't know whether or not this experiment is true, and I like seeing things. I don't want to start an ant war, however, um, at the same time, I think that the thought behind the experiment showcases exactly what's going on planet Earth right now with humanity. And I think that it poses the real question, are you going to react and assume people are your enemy and judge and blame? Or can we all just take a step into stillness, tap into our heart, and take a moment to think about who's shaking the jar and why am I do I really need to be reacting in this manner? Do I need to be in conflict? And the real question is do I want to be in conflict? Is that how I want to feel? Because when we really stop for a moment, we can step into the awareness that it's a choice. Every moment is a choice, and is in this moment, do I want to be in conflict? In this moment, do I want to react? Even if the urge to react is great, and even if you have every reason to react, is it what you want to experience? Is it the energies that you want to put into play so that you can continue to be in conflict and feel rawr, rawr? And everybody, that's a very addictive emotion to get behind. Anger and feeling right and feeling like your cause is worthy to fight for. Um, and maybe it is. Maybe it is. But is that where you want to, is that how you want to be feeling in this moment? Or do you want to feel peace? Do you want to feel bliss? Do you want to feel happiness? Because all of those are a choice as well. Um, and I think that it's an important thing to remember, that we have the ability to choose how we want to feel moment to moment to moment. And if I'm feeling something other than what I want to be feeling, then it's as simple as consciously choosing to shift my perspective and focus my attention on something else, something that makes me feel good. And if you can't think of anything, here's a little hint. Step into gratitude. Find one thing that you're grateful for. And then find another. And then find another. And all of a sudden you're feeling grateful instead of pissed off. Or, that just seems to be the easiest go-to, is stepping into gratitude. Because it really shifts quickly. It shifts my focus of attention very quickly when I do that. But it's a conscious choice. It's like, and sometimes it's easier than others, especially when I really feel like I have the right to be mad, and it's well justified. And it can be. And it is, if that's what I choose to entertain and continue. And I can be as mad as I want, and I can feel as justified as I want, and I can feel as hurt as I want for as long as I want, as long as I keep on focusing my attention there. And that is thousands and thousands and thousands of years of human programming at work. Um, and it's okay to break that. It's okay. You are a creator. You are creating at all moments in time, whether you are aware of it or not. I am creating at all moments in time, whether I am aware of it or not. There isn't a single thing that's been created on planet Earth by a human being that didn't start out as a thought. Not one thing. And so, what are you thinking about? How are you spending your time and energy in your mind? And how do we gain control, greater and greater control over this magnificent creating device and processing device? And uh, it's as simple as taking control over it and practicing and practicing and practicing and getting better and better and better by being more and more aware, conscious and aware of what thoughts I'm entertaining and holding in my mind from moment to moment to moment to moment. And there's a lot of subconscious thoughts going on there. What we don't tend to realize is that we're rerunning programs from age 0 to 7. And because we were just in record mode back from ages 0 to 7. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out Bruce Lipton's work, or anybody that does subconscious work or cellular memory work. But what I'm speaking is very true. We're in this record state of brain frequency where we're recording everything, really like really in a different space than uh, a on. So anyway, uh, be conscious if you see certain things playing out in your life over and over and over that are cycles, that you're like, why is this always happening to me? Why is this? What? Instead of blaming the outside circumstances, take a look within and see what is the source of that cycle, what emotions are presented, what beliefs are presented, and how does that line up with things that happen from 0 to 7, and really starting to take an accountable look into your own cycles, because those cycles are reoccurring because you're creating them. And I know that that's a tough pill to swallow. But you can continue blaming others and blaming the universe, blaming God, blaming whoever you want to blame for as long as you want. I'm here to tell you that you're creating it on some level, and your subconscious mind is creating that on some level, and calling forth those situations into your life, and you're responding to them, hopefully different and different every time, so that you're evolving through it, and eventually you'll move past it. If you respond to it the same way over and over and over again, it's going to keep on repeating itself over and over again. This is why it's called a cycle. So turn your cycles into spirals by choosing differently, by being conscious and aware of how you typically respond, and it is difficult, I'll let you know that, or it can appear difficult, because they are your cycles, And so, in order to choose differently, there's going to be a strong force wanting to do it the same. Um, but every time that happens, realize it's an opportunity for you to do it differently and to take it higher and take it higher and take it higher. And if you don't know how to take it higher, um, check what emotions you're experiencing and what thoughts you're experiencing. And are they good, happy, feel good thoughts and emotions? Or are they heavy, dark, yucky, angry uh, type feelings? And if they are, then what would it take to do something to make you feel good? The first step is to step out of the blame game, because the blame and shame game is always the victim game. And you can be in the victim game, no shame. No shame. If that's where you're at, then that's where you're at. And I honor you there. Because sooner or later, that's going to create enough opportunity for you to step out of the blame and shame game and into the accountable I am game. And, we're all, none of us are perfect. We're all having this human experience on planet Earth, and it's full of emotions. It's full of all kinds of outside influences and all kinds of different energies. And, you can grab on and have any of those step into your reality that you want. And you can also choose not to grab on, not to interact, and not have them in your reality as well. And that's a moment to moment to moment to moment thing. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to bring conscientious awareness to, if you have a very firm opinion on what's going on planet Earth, and you're caught up in the right wrong game, and if you're caught up in the blame game, well, then you're caught up in the game. And you can be there if you want, or you can step outside of the game and into the I and consciously choose what you want to entertain in the moment, what you want to feel in the moment, what you want to think in the moment, what not only who is shaking the jar, you don't need to focus on that, but what influences, who's feeding my perspective, what programming am I tuning into to feed my perspective? And is that programming right? Or is it close enough to the truth to use to manipulate? And if you're on one side or the other, you're choosing to be manipulated in some way, whether you want to realize it or not. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to do that, though. And it isn't us against them. It's not right and wrong. It's not... it's about surrender and love, man. It's about us connecting, joining, consciously choosing to be happy, consciously choosing to get along with one another, consciously choosing to respect one another, even when I totally disagree with your viewpoints. I can still honor and cherish you for being the human being that you are. You're my brother, you're my sister. We are all one, whether we want to realize it or not. We're all connected. And we're all part of something much grander than ourselves that we can't even begin to comprehend. And with the Church of Flames, you know, uh, I'm not concerned with what your religion is. You can have other religions, other beliefs, other viewpoints on the afterlife, on God, on whatever. I honor. We. It's about learning to honor and respect one another, and learning how to communicate with one another, and learning how to take accountability for what influences I'm allowing myself to be influenced by, and uh, not playing into uh, all of the stories, because everybody wants to throw out a story to make them feel justified in their anger, justified in their pain, justified in their reactions, justified in how I'm feeling right now. And if you want to entertain those stories, and if you want to get caught up in those things, you can. And everybody else is doing it, so cheers. But at the same time, how we're really going to create shift into a new paradigm on planet Earth as a human race is by coming together, by learning from one another, by opening up our perspectives wider and wider, to realize that I have my perspective, and it's only one trillionth of a perspective of an overall perspective. And the more I listen to one another, and the more I can relate, the more I can perceive different ways and different things from different perspectives. And by doing so, I can be compassionate, and I can understand. And if you really want to do something, step into vulnerability, step into doing what you've always wanted to do, step into not telling yourself I can't do that, or I'm not good enough. Step away from that and into I am, into I am accountable. Let's make this happen. Getting clear, getting feeling good about the self. And so the Church of Flames, we're all about shifting the perspective. We are redefining the word church, because that really goes. The word church really goes into the instant perspective is Christianity, usually, at least here in the United States. And anyway, I got some outside communication going on over here, so needed to communicate that. And, but what we're doing with the Church of Flames is inviting people to come together, to work together, to raise the vibration, to take things higher within the self, to choose harmoniously, to respect one another, to keep my word, to do my best, to grow, to evolve, to accept, to forgive, to raising all of the relationships around me, and to create sustainable solutions to basic human needs. This hierarchy of power, it's definitely served us for thousands of years in its own way. And how it's serving us right now is it's giving us an opportunity to wake up. It's giving us an opportunity to say, whoa, man, whoa, I'm not down with that. Or, wow, this isn't working. And it still appears like it's working, and it's still working on some levels, but it's also causing a lot of destruction. It's causing a lot of pain. It's causing a lot of war, both world, like countries at war, and families at war, and friends at war, and people with different belief systems or perspectives at war. And it's just really interesting because we don't need to do that. That doesn't feel good. And I don't think that there's really too many human beings out there that feel good about war. I don't think that I don't think war really makes anybody happy outside of the people making a lot of money on war, like bombs and guns and tanks and airplanes, and those people might be happy about it, but they're not being real with themselves. They're deluded by an obsession for money. And that's okay for them too. I don't need to judge them either. I can understand that. I can be compassionate for that. I understand what it's like to get caught up in things that we're attached to. And when you're attached to something, man, you'll do anything to keep it because you want it, and you're caught up in the attachment game, right? And uh, attachments and expectations are just premeditated resentments. They're things that block us off from our own personal happiness. And so anyway, I wanted to give you a brief overview of what we're doing with the Church of Flames and how it's different than regular organized religions. Um, you know, none of the major religious figures that religions are based off of, the masters, right? Like Jesus. Jesus wasn't promoting right and wrong and judgment and shame and blame. No. And if you think that, you really need to deepen your studies on Jesus, and really maybe start looking into new perspectives on how you can view the Bible. And Buddha definitely wasn't teaching. Uh, he wasn't teaching hate and blame and separation and control. And Muhammad wasn't either. And Lao wasn't either. So the fact that people would go start wars over these people that were teaching love, were teaching compassion, were teaching personal accountability and bliss and being a creator. See, those are the things that those people were teaching. And organized religion has taken people's fear of the afterlife and what's going to happen after you die, and used it to subtly control people. And you can accept this or you can reject it. It's okay. You don't need to have this perspective, and you can take offense to this perspective if you want. But that isn't what those masters were teaching. Those masters were all saying, you can do this too, and I'm not better than you. They were trying to teach and give people something, by living by example. And so instead of getting all caught up in the blame game and in the right wrong game and the this side versus that side game, the most powerful thing you can do is to step into the I game and really start being the best example you can be the change that you want to see in the world, and really get clear on what that looks like. Like, is that, there's there's a whole bunch of people that are racist that would like to see the world in this particular way where everybody but them was wiped out, or everybody, I don't know. But if you have that type of perspective, um, I challenge you to sit down, check in with your heart, seriously meditate for 15 minutes. And like, do you still have that same perspective? And if you do, that's okay. I honor your perspective. I don't agree with your perspective, but I honor it. And so, that all being said, we're about creating solutions, working together to create affordable solutions, and innovate ideas, and from the space of assisting humanity, assisting our brothers and sisters. Everybody deserves shelter. Everybody deserves clean drinking water. Everybody deserves a place to use the restroom and take a shower. Cleanliness. Everybody on planet Earth deserves that. And you know what? As working together as a human race, we can create that very easily for everyone. Very easily. We don't need to be uh, victims. We don't need to be in scarcity. We don't. We're the 99%. If we work together, we could have everything done so quickly. And that's what we're really laying the groundwork for. Learning how to work with one another, learning how to respect one another, learning how to move people through music, learning how to move and inspire people through art, learning how to be see each other as equals and understand the divine perfectness of each person. Because, it's really easy to place yourself above others. But the truth is, they're a piece of the puzzle just like you. And they are just as important of a piece of the puzzle as you are. And we're all serving one another. And when we realize that, then we don't want to be in conflict with one another, because we're serving one another. We're serving each other in the opportunity of learning our own true nature and our own value. And we're all inspired in different ways, and we all touch each other in different ways. And learning how to view each other from this perspective of honor and love and acceptance. Man, you're doing you, and you have your own perspective, and I'm doing me, and I have my own special perspective. And the more, that doesn't mean you need to see it my way, and it doesn't mean that you need to have the same gifts as me to be special. No, I mean, your specialness is in you. And I'm excited to experience it. I'm excited to feel it. And learning how to hold safe space and keep things safe and sacred, while giving people the opportunity to connect, in environments where we're cultivating compassion and learning and growing with one another. And so I wanted to talk to you about some of the sustainable projects that we're going to be doing here at Gateway Ranch, which Gateway is in Cortez, Colorado. It's a ranch that we're creating a sustainable off-grid community on. And we're going through lessons and learning how to do those things, and we're just going to keep on getting better and better and better. and learn and reach out. And we're learning from other off-grid sustainable communities. We've been going on little tours here and there. I have a lot of friends that have been into this for a long time, and been in different communities, and just been really, that's it's all about learning and growing from one another. And I might be the president of the Church of Flames, but I am in no way any higher or any greater than any of you. And I'm just shining. And I'm shining brighter and brighter and brighter every day. And I decided to do something about it. Me and my friends and decided to do something about it 7 years ago, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And if you look back all the way to me and Adrian have been doing this type of work, and it's turned into a church. Uh, but we've been working on this for 19 years, and I never thought that I would start a church, but it's what made sense in the moment, because I realized there's a whole bunch of people that don't necessarily buy into the old school dogma of organized religions, no matter what they are. And those people often have a problem with the word church, which is okay, but that's who I'm primarily talking to. And really anybody from any of those faiths as well. It's not about what you believe in as far as the afterlife or a God. It's about coming together and owning your power as a creator with your brothers and sisters to create abundance, peace, and harmony on planet Earth. And that's what I believe in. And I do believe in my brothers and sisters. I believe in the human race. I do believe that we can work together and consciously choose different ways of being, consciously choose something different as a human race, and personally, one by one by one by one. And things tend to ripple out in powerful waves. And the only thing that I can do, the greatest thing that I can do, is be the best version of myself, moment to moment to moment. Stay integrous, keep my word, be honest, be fair, and really own my moment to the best of my ability, moment to moment, and increase my conscientious awareness on a daily basis. Deepen my compassion. So anyway, sustainability projects. What we're working on right now is those first two things, shelter and water. Okay, and so at Gateway, we have one of our first projects is building a biochar charcoal maker, that then we can make charcoal out of, and we're going to build a 4-stage water filtration system, and we're going to teach people how to do this. There's already, this is a common practice. It's not new technology. We're bringing ancient technologies and old technologies and mixing them with current new technology, because that really creates a sustainable planet. And there's a lot of these old technologies that people are just so unaware of, and it's important that our populace is refreshed and reminded of some of these ancient technologies and ways of doing things. Because can you imagine if Google went down across the world and nobody knew how to bake bread, which is kind of getting to that level, because most people just now turn to Google for their bread recipe, right? Or whatever. And that's becoming the culture especially in this next generation. It already has been becoming the culture, and it's up to us um, to feed that culture new things um, so that we don't find ourselves in a position where nobody on planet Earth knows how to bake bread or uh, start a fire or farm. You know, it's really interesting how shut off some of our kids are on planet Earth that like have no idea how to plant a seed. Are you kidding me? Like, that's kind of scary that our youth, many of them don't know how to plant a seed or what to do, how to grow a plant, let alone food. So um, we are uh, we're bringing a lot of new technology and old technology to the game, and we're inviting people to collaborate with us, and for like-minded groups to join up, and we're all about uh, self-love practices, promoting self-love practices, because it's not about being right or wrong. Man, how many people out there right now can say, I love myself and really mean it? I love myself. I value myself. I am worthy. Can you say that? I hope. And if not, we practice Love Fest Day for a reason, and that's if people are giving themselves love and receiving it and really feeling valued and worthy of loving themselves, then they're not looking for love outside of themselves to validate their worth. They're not looking for approval to validate their worth. And they're also not out there taking it personally and being victims when somebody doesn't value or validate their worth. And you don't need your worth validated by anybody. You can give it to yourself because you are worthy. You are worthy. I am worthy. Say it out loud. I am worthy. I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy of bliss. I am worthy of infinite amount of love. I am valued. I am valuable. These things feel good. And instead, how many of you out there are saying, oh, I'm so dumb. I'm such a piece of shit. No, you're not. People make mistakes. Be compassionate with yourself. Recognize that what is happening in your life is to come to teach you a specific and necessary lesson. And look deeper inside of yourself. Look deeper in to find the value hidden inside the lesson. You are valuable. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are a creator. And this is the space in which we choose to evoke as the Church of Flames in the Temple of Art, in the Temple of Sustainability, in the Temple of Equality, in the Temple of Fire, in the Temple of Love. All of these flames is an acronym for fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability. And these are things that can bring people together to create a sustainable, loving, peaceful planet where we're in harmony with one another, where we're choosing into bliss instead of war, where we're choosing into love and feeling good instead of hate and blame and judgment. Man, that never feels good. Does murder feel good? No. Does killing somebody in war feel good? No. Does yelling at your best friend that pissed you off feel good? No. Does yelling at your lover that hurt your feelings feel good? No. And it's all things that we're taking personally to the point of where we're reacting to the point where we're stepping into conflict. And we don't need to do that. And we can learn to do it differently. So, uh, I leave you with that. If you're watching this and you're interested in learning more, we have a Facebook page that we're going to be utilizing more. We have and it's the Church of Flames on Facebook. We have a website, the churchofflames.org, or sorry, churchofflames.org is the website. We are going to be doing baptisms, fire baptisms at Yin on Fire, which is in southern Utah. That's the next festival we're doing. And really, if you're into sustainability, if you're into art, if you're into music, and you're looking to make a change, a positive change on society and on the planet, and you want to work together, reach out. We're all about inspiring and expanding and sharing love and forgiveness and compassion and transmuting lower vibrations like hate and shame and judgment into higher vibrations of like compassion, forgiveness, understanding, love, unconditional love. And you know, that word, unconditional love, that's what the masters of all of those religions were teaching. Rather, unconditional love. And it's something kind of hard to wrap your mind around until you can, like, it's this practice that you can deepen and deepen and deepen and deepen and get better and better and better at. But it starts with loving yourself unconditionally and forgiving yourself, letting go of those traumas, making amends with those that you've hurt, taking accountability, and owning it. Owning your life, owning your thoughts, owning your emotions, taking accountability for them, and then moving forward with awareness, power, and grace from there. So anyway, we have a PayPal account that you can donate money to donate money. If you would like to donate energy and get involved, and you can reach out to us. We have lots of projects that we're bringing into creation that we could use your energy for. Teamwork makes the dream work, and we're all important, and all of us have something different that we can give. And it's giving to one another. It's giving to the creation of a sustainable planet. It's giving to working together to create everybody having shelter. We're actually working on a few different mobile, basically home tents that can set up in a matter of minutes, so or stay set up and be mobile, so that there's more affordable options for people, because there's a lot of homeless people right now, and even people that you think should just be homeless, they still deserve they deserve shelter. They deserve clean drinking water, no matter what their mental state, no matter what their choices, no matter what. And we can provide that as a human race. So if you want to get involved, please do your research. Check out our mission statement. It's really beautiful. Check out the 9 pillars of flames and what we're all about. And yeah, there's a PayPal account if you want to donate money too. if you're not able to actually donate physical energy or labor, and you want to do something, uh, money or time, man, we have lots of office stuff that needs to get done right now. We're growing a lot, and everything's been like being handled by just a few people keeping everything going, and it's quite expensive, and we've been doing it on our own for a very long time, and it's really going to be great to uh, get some inflow coming from outside sources, so that we're not the ones just pouring all of our money, our personal money into this. But we all believe in it so much, and we believe that people can work together and create solutions for all basic human needs on planet Earth. And that's when we start having different conversations on planet Earth, when we are no longer in scarcity, when we are working together where we are abundant. And the more we work together, the more abundant we are, and the more resources we have available to us, and the more we can do. So, God, if it's just me working, I'm a hard worker and I can get a lot done, but I can't change the planet by myself. I can't change humanity. I can't even put a big dent in it. I can work my ass off, but it takes teamwork. It takes people coming together. It takes people believing that we can truly have peace on planet Earth. Um, I spin fire for a living, and when I spin my big staff, it's two wishes for the world. My big staff's name is Love, and it's like two wishes for the world, and I invite the audience into um, deciding what those wishes are going to be in the middle of my performance, and we come to some clarity. And quite often, you hear, well, at least once every time I hear peace on earth. And how do we create peace on earth? We create peace on earth by actively getting involved with one another, by actively starting to work on some of these things, and taking the initiative to take a chance and get involved. And if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate, and that's okay. Oh, we love you. Um, but for a lot of you, it does if you step in, and the more people that step in, the more people that show up to workshops and show up to events and start collaborating and from an open, loving space, the more people that donate money to make things happen, the more things happen, because otherwise we're just pulling money out of the air magically. And well, I guess that's what we're doing. We're asking, hey, let let some money rain down, please, because we got all these projects to do, and um, uh, well, we need money to do them. And that's not me being like a beggar or asking, like pleading. I know that the money will come, and I'm keeping on moving forward regardless. So, but if you are inspired to send us some cash, um, and just let us know what you'd like it to go towards. We got lots of different projects going on, or it can just be towards our overall mission. But that is available. You can find it on our website as well as on our Facebook page. I do these lives every Wednesday at 3:33. Um, and I usually go into I have a topic. Today I didn't have a topic. I'm coming off of outside of the black ants, red ants, who's shaking the bottle, and like stepping into owning this and not reacting. Um, anyway, check us out. We got uh, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place. I have been very, very busy over the last few weeks. Actually, last few months. It's been quite a ride, but it's work I'm willing to do and happily doing, and I'm living my dreams, and I'm creating the things that I'm creating, and I feel bliss. So that's good, and um, May you feel bliss in your heart too. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. Um, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 3:33. Let's see if there's any questions. I don't, can't really see if I'll start doing this with a helper that can address questions so that I can answer questions. And maybe we'll do that next week. So next week on Wednesday at 3:33, I'll do my normal video, whatever I'm inspired to talk about that day, and we'll open it up for a question and answer part at the end so that everybody can have, if you have a question about the Church of Flames, you can ask. We can give you some clear information, and yeah, have a beautiful day. Love yourself, and be conscious of the love that you're giving other people, or what energy you're giving other people. Either way, shine bright. Mwah.